Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mediazone, Glenn Rogers, our fellow servants. I'm serving all the moviegoers, Hollywood studios, and the like. So I was attracted to these events. I love the words disruptive technologies. I love the words of change. Change is the only way to make our life perfect, and change is the only constant. So I began the industry 20 years ago, whereby 99 point or almost 100% of the cinemas were using 35 millimeters celluloid. For the film industry, for the cinemas, and 20 years from now, it's almost 100% digital. So in Hong Kong, I'm sure like I would say like 7 or 8 out of 10 cinemas or screens are using our product. In China, every 2 screens, one of which will be GDC products. And in the world, every 3 cinemas, one of which will be GDC products. So we are number 1 in market shares in the world, which I'll present later. And again, after 20 years of working in the motion picture industry and cinemas, we are here to introduce another disruptive technology. And let me share with you what that is. I think let me share with you how the moviegoers or our customers are spoiled today. And if you read Financial Times, Economic News, and so on and so forth, you will see that the shares of Netflix, Amazon Primes, they keep going up. And you'll see the stock price of AMC, Regal, public listed world largest cinema chain, the stocks keep coming down. Hollywood studios are under stress. Netflix is holding the triumph. There's a reason for that. The customers here, they're spoiled for choice. They're spoiled for convenience. It's a bit like Uber Eats. I know Uber is illegal in Hong Kong. That is a pity. But Grab, Ubers are available everywhere and live in US. And they're the unicorns. They disrupt the transport station service. So Netflix provide all the convenience, the choice, and giving you the best customers experience. And what can we do here for the cinemas? This is what I'm sharing with you, what we like to do in the next 20 years. I still have a lot of zeal and passion for the next 20 years, so I'm going to see Glenn Rogers for many years to come. So what are we trying to do the same thing for the cinema, like what Uber or Deliveroo, Food Panda has done for the food industry, for the restaurant industry? We would like to have the customers to be able to choose the movie they would like to watch whenever they feel like they want to watch, and not being dictated today. Cinema is a very close-end thing. You were told what to watch. You were told when to watch. You were told where to watch. You do not have the choice, which is why the number of attendees are coming down. I know I have 3 minutes. I'll rush through that. So this is what we are trying to introduce here. So we introduce the technology behind this to choose the movie you want to watch, when you want to watch, and where you want to watch. And how about we going to do that? The magic is in the back-end machines which we have installed all over the world. So you basically have the app to choose the movie you like to watch, where you want to watch, and when you want to watch. But the magic is really at the back end. We call the Cinema Automation 2.0, whereby the cinema today is unmanned. You do not need someone to man the cinemas. The programming can be automated. You can use the crowd programming to decide what movie you like to watch. And a few years from now, you will see a sea change in the way the cinemas, in the way the moviegoers going to the cinemas. So a quick introduction. We have 14 offices worldwide, and we are one of the top market leaders. And we're number one in Japan, in China, Korea, number one in Asia Pacific, and we are number two in North America. So this is our market share. And I'll just give you a short presentation of who we are, and that will conclude my speech.
Founded in 1999, GDC is a leading digital cinema solutions provider. It has the largest installation base of cinema media servers and theater management systems in China and Asia Pacific. With 13 offices and 29 service centers across the globe, GDC develops, manufactures, sells, and provides services to the global cinema industry. 1 out of every 3 cinemas uses a GDC product. 18 of the world's 25 largest cinema chains are GDC's customers. GDC has gained the trust of worldwide top exhibitors and now has more than 50% of market share in China.
Okay, and with that, I conclude my speech. I know it's difficult to fathom. How can you choose the movie you would like to watch? How do you choose the movie you like to watch? It is also because of all these uncertainties and unknown and challenges make the task more challenging and more exciting for us. That's how we started 20 years ago, whereby we built the first digital cinema in Shanghai, and where there was no content, because all the content was only available in analog prints, 35mm prints. So disruptive technology is good for the industry, it's healthy, and I will encourage my fellow entrepreneurs to do the same, continue the change, and the change is for good, and the change is the only constant. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Let's hang out for a little while. Where are you? There you go, Dr. Chong. Here you go.
Yes.
Now, so first of all, I want to ask. So we've collected questions. Some of you saw who some of the speakers were going to be, and some of you are too shy to put up your hands here. So you requested us to ask those questions of the speaker. For those that are not shy, we do have a couple of questions that people have asked from previous. For those of you not shy, does anybody here have questions for Dr. Chong about his technology? All right, because I got a couple from the audience that they gave us earlier.
Please.
So the first question that we received, what potential do you see for your technology's growth in China?
Hello. Well, we represent half of the cinemas in China, whereby we're the largest technology supplier, and we work with almost all the film distributors. And right now, China, similar to US, they're suffering from high unoccupancy rates. In other words, low occupancy rate, if that makes sense. So we are here to automate the operations of the cinemas and bring in new revenues. It is a bit like the old days. I stay a long time in London and UK. After the pubs, you got to get a taxi, you make a phone call, and sometimes the taxi turn up, sometimes they don't. And these days, you use Ubers, you know where the taxi is coming, when it's coming, and cinema is a century-old industry. It took us almost 20 years of efforts to convert from digital to analog, and we did it for China, we did it for Japan, we did it for many countries. But now we are introducing what we call the e-commerce. If that makes sense to you, Ubers. So think of us like the Netflix for cinemas. That's what Hollywood Reporter call us. Think of us as a Uber cinemas. So we are introducing this technology in China, in the world. And the the sky is the limit. Today, the cinemas industry has a box office of 40 billion US dollars worldwide. Now, this is annual box office 40 billions, representing an occupancy rate of less than 20%. So the inefficiency is there. That is why Amazon is so profitable, because you address the inefficiency in the industry by offering new technology. So if I can move from 20% maybe to 21%, that is the prospect. So we are a worldwide company. We have office in Sao Paulo and China and everywhere. So we hope to move the meter of this 40 billion box office annually. And we work with all the studios. And we also work with all the local studios in Hong Kong.
Very good. Okay, and the second question, thank you very much. And the second question, when can we expect your new technology to be launched in our region? Any new technology coming up?
Okay. Unfortunately, most of this technology, we need kind of like a bigger marketplace to experiments. We need huge multiplexers. You know, Hong Kong is one of the most expensive city to run your company. We have been a headquarter in Hong Kong since 2000. The cinema has to pay very high rental. So we do not really experiment technology in Hong Kong because of the high rental costs. And we are going to start only in China, in US, whereby, you know, they have big multiplexers, and it's a lot easier to roll out, and there are more willing takers. And today there are like 60,000 screens in China alone. And in Hong Kong, I think we have less than 200 screens. So does it make sense? So
Yeah,
we're going to start in China and possibly in US. That is in our pipeline. And I think when the technology is more mature, Hong Kong is our home ground. We love to have it in Hong Kong, but it may not be that achievable because of the fact that it is so small. You have you don't have the 20-plex cinemas in Hong Kong.
So you're just teasing us to make us want it more.
No, look, you have this one road, one belt, or one belt, one road, either way. So you have that new bridge, you have that super trains, bullet trains, whatever you call that, to Shenzhen. Hey, I tell you what, we offer you the tickets, the movie pass. Come to Shenzhen, choose the movie you like, choose the place you want to watch. You can even have the luxuries of the seats and the laser and all the funfair. So, well, we are all into the one big belt, I guess, a bit like the San Francisco. So Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Macau, it doesn't make any difference. So we are all living together.
Sure, so movie date night in Shenzhen on Dr. Chong. Wonderful.
Yes, you can get
There you go.
the tickets from me. There you go. Download the apps and continue to support some Mediazone. It has been a very wonderful experience working with Mediazone. And thank you very much for inviting us.